Good morning. Welcome to Bible study. This morning, I'm here in our children's library, a place where we used to gather and meet on Sunday mornings to get ready for Bible study. It's good for me to be here in this place and to remember how much I enjoy doing Bible study with you. I'm also here because I need a comfortable place where I have a little bit of room for a prayer time we're going to begin our time together with today. So I want you to get into a comfortable place where you can sit and relax and where you have a little bit of room to move. We're not moving a lot, but you need a little bit of space. Before we say our prayer, let me introduce you to the motions we'll be doing. First, we'll put our hands to our lips. Then we'll put our hands to our heart. Then we'll put our hands at our ears. And then our hands back at our heart. Then we'll sit still with our hands in our lap and our eyes closed for about 5 seconds. And then finally, we'll wave our hand like we're inviting somebody to come and be with us. So those are the motions. As we say the prayer, I'll say the words, but I'll invite you to do the motions along with me. Let's quiet our voices. Let's quiet our hearts. Let's listen with our ears. Let's listen with our hearts. Jesus calls to us. Let's be still and listen. Jesus says, "Follow me." Thank you for joining me for that prayer time. It helps us get ready for our Bible story today. In our story today, Jesus will say to some of his friends, "Follow me." But before we read our story, let's remember what we've learned so far. Beginning in Advent, we read about when Jesus was born. And now we're beginning to read stories about Jesus when he was an adult. Things Jesus did, places Jesus went, people Jesus spent time with. So let's get ready to hear today's story. Long before Jesus was born, the prophet Isaiah told the people that a wise and strong leader would be born from the family of David. Many years later, Zachariah and Elizabeth had a son named John. An angel told Mary that Jesus was going to be born. Jesus was the leader that Isaiah had spoken about so long ago. After Jesus was born, shepherds and magi came to visit him. They worshiped the child king. When Jesus grew up, John baptized him in the Jordan River. God said, "This is my beloved Son." Our story begins when Jesus calls people to follow him. Our Bible story today is Follow Me, from the first few chapters of the book of Mark. Jesus began to tell people about God. He knew he had a lot of work to do, and he went to find some helpers. As Jesus was walking along the Sea of Galilee, he saw some fishermen, Simon and his brother Andrew, fishing in the sea. Jesus called to them, "Come, follow me. I will make you fishers of people." Simon and Andrew left their nets. They left their boat. They followed Jesus. Jesus, Simon, and Andrew walked on. Jesus saw James and his brother John. They were in a boat fixing their nets. Jesus called to them,
Follow me. James and John left their father and their helpers. They left their boats. They followed Jesus. James and John followed Jesus. Simon and Andrew followed Jesus. Later, Jesus met a tax collector named Matthew. His job was to get the tax money from the people and give it to the king. Jesus said to Matthew, "Follow me." Matthew quit his job to follow Jesus too. Jesus found more people and said, "Follow me." Jesus now had 12 new followers. He called them his disciples. Jesus taught them about God's love.
And now let's think about this story. Let's begin by imagining Jesus coming to us and saying, "Follow me." I wonder why the people in today's story wanted to follow Jesus. They didn't know him or who he was. I wonder how James and the others felt about leaving their boat so they could follow Jesus. I wonder who else Jesus called to follow him. I wonder where these people went when they followed Jesus. I wonder how Jesus calls people today. And I wonder how you can follow Jesus. Let's continue to think about this story and wonder together. And we'll join together again next week and learn another story about Jesus.